A single conversation with an old mentor completely rewired my understanding of success and self. He told me, the world does not see your intentions. It sees your reflection. And if that reflection is weak, your impact will be too. Those words didn't just land. They detonated a lifetime of quiet excuses. I saw with painful clarity how I had been hiding. Most people, especially as they get older, cling to a comforting lie. They say appearance is just surface level, that it's vain to care. But this is a profound misunderstanding. My mentor revealed that your exterior is not a mask. It is a message. It is the physical echo of your internal state. So let me ask you a direct question. When was the last time you caught your reflection and felt a genuine surge of pride? When did you last see not just a face, but a force of nature looking back? If you have to think about it, then what I'm about to share is critical. This isn't about vanity. It's about integrity. It's about the congruence between who you are inside and what you show the world. Your image is the first chapter of your story. My mentor's work showed that the human spirit seeks coherence. When your outer shell is out of sync with your inner self, it creates a psychological friction that drains your energy. After years of studying human potential, a universal truth emerged. When a person's image aligns with their identity, their entire life begins to flow. Obstacles feel smaller. Opportunities feel larger. It's not about ego, it's about energy. It's the principle of resonant alignment. I once worked with a man who was a picture of success on paper. Great job, nice family, a comfortable life. But his posture, his clothes, his overall presence whispered something else. Defeat. He confided in me. I have everything I thought I wanted, but I feel invisible in my own life. I told him what I will tell you. Caring for your appearance is an act of responsibility. It is a duty you owe to your own potential. There's a powerful neurological loop at play here. Every glance in the mirror triggers an unconscious assessment. Your brain compares the person it sees with the person it believes you to be. When these images match, your system is flooded with affirming chemicals. You feel clear, confident, and capable. But when there's a mismatch, when you see someone who doesn't look like the person you feel you are, your brain registers a threat. It pumps out stress hormones. Your energy plummets. Your focus blurs. This is why, on days you feel put together, the whole world seems to cooperate. It's not luck, it's neurochemistry. You are operating from a state of self-validation. Now, this is not a call for narcissism. This is a call for respect. Think of yourself as a priceless artifact. Would you store a masterpiece in a damp basement? Would you let a Stradivarius collect dust? Of course not. You would preserve it, honor it. Your physical presence is the instrument of your life's work. When you neglect it, you are muffling your own sound. Most people treat their car with more care than they treat their own body. Forgetting this vessel is the very conduit of their experience. I had my own moment of reckoning. I was in my late 40s. My career was thriving, but I was burning out. Someone showed me a candid photo from an event, and I barely recognized the person staring back. He looked tired, disconnected, and soft. That picture was a wake-up call. It was evidence of my own inner compromise. That night, I made a pact with myself. My outer shell would no longer betray my inner fire. From that day, I began treating my appearance as an extension of my purpose. Not for applause, but for alignment. Because if you talk about power and discipline, your very form should whisper those same truths. When you start your day with a ritual of self-respect instead of a rushed obligation, something shifts. Each intentional action a mindful shower. Choosing clothes with purpose sends a powerful signal to your deepest mind. I am worthy. I am capable. I am ready. That man I mentioned, he embraced this philosophy. Within months, he was transformed. Not into someone new, but into who he had always been. His energy changed. His eyes held a new light. His career and relationships ignited. When I asked him the secret, he said, I decided to look like the man I knew I was meant to be. That is the core of this teaching. Your appearance is not a disguise. It is a disclosure. It doesn't conceal who you are. It announces who you have decided to become. When your external reality mirrors your internal truth, you enter a state of wholeness. Your path clarifies. Your energy amplifies. life seems to conspire in your favor. So tomorrow, when you face the mirror, don't look for alignment. Ask yourself, does this person reflect the future I am building? If the answer is no, begin not with shame, but with purpose. Because all transformation is built on small, daily rituals of awareness. The first key is the conscious gaze. Each morning, before you start your day, lock eyes with yourself for 30 seconds. Don't judge. Connect. Ask, is this person ready to command the day? Does what I see match my inner strength and vision? If not, make an adjustment. Straighten your posture, tighten your hair. It seems minor, but to your subconscious, it's a declaration. I am taking command. The second key is the 10-minute pledge. Dedicate exactly 10 minutes each day to elevating your physical presence, not for vanity, but for value. Use that time for purposeful movement, for grooming with intent, for dressing with deliberation. This isn't about vanity. It's about value. Think of the hours you lose to mindless scrolling. 10 focused minutes on yourself can redefine your entire 24 hours. The third key is the personal standard. Define the exact energy and image you wish to project and never waver from it. This isn't about being perfect for others. It's about integrity for yourself. Uphold your standard even when no one is watching, because your own mind is always the most important audience. When you honor your private code, you build an unshakable core of self. The fourth key is the 1% shift. Forget massive, unsustainable overhauls. Aim to improve your presence by just 1% each day. One day, that might be standing taller. The next, it could be hydrating properly. These tiny gains compound with staggering results. Within a year, you won't just look different. You will be different. The fifth key is the ripple effect. Your self-regard radiates outwards. Your energy touches everyone you meet. When you walk into a space centered and self-assured, people feel it before you speak. Your presence is your silent introduction. Your inner harmony invites others to remember their own. When you cultivate self-respect through your image, you attract not just success, but meaningful connections and vibrant opportunities. I've witnessed it repeatedly. Those who consciously embody their value don't chase approval. They draw it. This reveals a fundamental truth. Taking command of your appearance is not self-absorption. It is leadership. Every day you present your best self. You give everyone around you silent permission to do the same. Think of the people you most respect. Notice how they carry themselves. I guarantee they understand this secret. Outer expression is a reflection of inner order. You might think, but I'm not young anymore. My body has changed, and you're right. But maturity is not an excuse for surrender. It is a reason for refinement. At 40, 50, or 60, your appearance should communicate wisdom, strength, and grounded confidence. You are not competing with the past. You are defining what powerful presence looks like now. When I reached a milestone age, I committed to being more vibrant and conscious than ever. Not to turn back the clock, but to fully own my time. I started moving my body with purpose, eating with awareness, and dressing with intention. The results transcended the physical. My creativity exploded. My energy levels soared. I was engaging with my work from a place of profound vitality. Now, I want you to try something. Pause and find a mirror. Look directly into your own eyes and ask, am I honoring the gift of this existence through the way I present myself? If the answer is yes, amplify it. If it's no, then today not, someday is the day to start. Every morning you delay is a day you postpone your own power. Have you ever considered that your appearance is the very first signal you send to your own brain each day? It tells your mind who you are and what you're capable of achieving. Imagine starting every single day with that signal being one of strength and self. That energy would ripple into your work, your conversations, your entire life. This isn't a fantasy. It's a fact. Your mind believes what it consistently sees. When you look capable, your mind accepts that you are capable. That belief dictates your actions. And your actions, in time, build your destiny. Let me leave you with one final technique, the identity wardrobe. As you dress each morning, you are not just putting on clothes, you are clothing your spirit in an identity. If you aspire to lead, dress in the armor of a leader. If you seek to create with the colors of an artist, Your attire is symbolic energy. It reminds your subconscious of the role you are here to play. In psychological terms, this is the act of integration, the merging of your inner truth with your outer world. When this alignment is achieved, you stop living by default. You start living by design. And from that place, every part of your life begins to reflect the order, beauty, and purpose that reside within you. A man once visited my mentor, his life cluttered with half-finished plans. He had let himself go, and his image broadcasted a message of surrender. My mentor observed him and said, "If you want to rebuild your life, you must first rebuild your image. Your outer form must be a preview of your future." The man committed to a 30-day personal renaissance. He woke an hour early, dedicating that time solely to his physical and mental renewal. He moved his body, cared for his skin, and dressed with deliberate care. In 1 month, he had shed weight, but more importantly, he had closed major deals and even found new love. His renewed image had sparked his confidence, and that confidence had reignited his life. This is the principle of the psyche made visible. How we show up is never just about looks. It is symbolic. The body manifests the condition of the soul. It displays our inner order or our inner chaos. When you synchronize your image with your vision, you create psychological coherence. And coherence is a magnet for transformation. Now, picture starting tomorrow, applying these ideas. Imagine deciding that your physical presence will become a living symbol of your highest potential. Let me give you a practical tool inspired by this method. I call it the 5-minute alignment check. Tonight, before bed, stand before your mirror and ask 5 questions. Does my current presentation reflect my aspirational self? What one thing can I improve tomorrow? What act of self-care have I been putting off? How would I perceive someone who looked exactly like me? What message is my appearance broadcasting to the world? Be utterly honest. True change begins only when we face the unvarnished truth. Then, choose one single, actionable step for tomorrow. Something small but significant. It could be ironing a shirt or finally scheduling that haircut. What matters is that it's concrete and doable. Because lasting change is not born from grand, sweeping gestures, but from small, consistent acts, repeated day after day after day. Let me tell you about Elena. At 52, after a corporate downsizing, she felt utterly unseen. She told my mentor, "I am invisible. Interviews, I have no authority." He replied gently, "Invisibility is a choice of presence, and presence begins with how you choose to show up." Elena started with subtle shifts. She improved her posture. She updated her wardrobe to fit her form, not hide it. She adopted a simple fitness habit and attended to her grooming. 6 months later, Elena wasn't just employed. She was running her own successful firm. Her physical evolution had triggered a total inner rebirth. The lesson is profound. When you change how you appear, you change how the world receives you. But more crucially, you change how you receive yourself. Your appearance is your silent narrative. Before you utter a word, your image has already spoken volumes about your self-worth, your discipline, and your intentions. Ask yourself, is your narrative one of excellence or apathy? Does your presence say, "I am in command" or "I have given up"? These are challenging questions, but they are essential. You cannot change what you will not confront. And perhaps you're thinking, this feels shallow. Shouldn't I be judged on my character? In a perfect world, yes. But we live in a world of perception. In reality, people form lasting impressions within seconds of meeting you. In those critical seconds, your appearance is your primary language. This isn't about fairness. It's about strategy. You can lament this reality, or you can leverage it as a tool for empowerment. Caring for your appearance is not vanity. It is self-respect. It is the discipline of aligning your outer reality with your inner values. Every morning you invest in your presentation, you send a powerful message to your subconscious, "I am, but my life matters. My goals are worthy." When this message is repeated daily, it ceases to be a thought and becomes a core belief. And that belief inevitably becomes your reality. This is the alchemy of personal transformation. When your inner and outer worlds unite in harmony, the self is renewed. Let me share one last powerful practice. I call it the ritual of 3 reflections. Each day, consult 3 mirrors. The first is the glass mirror, where you assess your physical form. The second is the feeling mirror, where you ask, does my exterior match my desired emotional state? The third is the future mirror, where you question, does my presentation today move me toward my ideal self or away from it? This builds a deep, multi-layered awareness of your self-image and its profound influence on your destiny. Have you noticed how highly successful individuals often possess a polished, congruent presence? It's no accident. They've grasped the core principle. The external is a mirror of the internal. Excellence in one domain naturally spills into others. When you cultivate the habit of excellence in your appearance, that same disciplined standard begins to inform your work, your health, and your relationships. It's the domino effect of inner order creating outer impact. Let me be clear about what a healthy, empowered relationship with your image entails, especially as you mature. It means that every single day, without fail, you dedicate focused time to presenting your best self, not for external validation, but as an act of internal congruence. It means your wardrobe should signal who you are evolving into, not who you once were. Your fitness should be a celebration of vitality, not a punishment for indulgence. Your self-care is not a luxury. It's a critical investment in your future. It's the recognition that your appearance is a psychological language, communicating your level of self-respect, awareness, and inner harmony. Do you recall the story I shared at the very beginning? The idea that your outer world reflects your inner state. I eventually realized this was never about superficiality. It was about sovereignty. Sovereignty means every facet of your life vibrates in unison. If you preach excellence but your image suggests neglect, there is a crack in your foundation. If you talk of control but lack the discipline to manage your own presentation, there is a conflict in your psyche. The authentic self seeks unity, a state where belief, feeling, and expression are one. Your appearance must therefore be a consistent representation of your values, your ambitions, and the legacy you wish to create. Now, consider what I call the momentum of self-image. It flows in one of 2 directions, and the choice is always yours. When you invest in yourself, you feel empowered. When you feel empowered, you take better actions. When you take better actions, you get superior results. And when you see those results, you are naturally inspired to invest even more in yourself. This is the upward spiral of growth, a self-reinforcing cycle that accelerates your progress. But the inverse is equally true. When you neglect yourself, you feel diminished. When you feel diminished, your actions lack power. When your actions are weak, your results suffer. And poor results reinforce your self-neglect. This is the downward spiral, a slow retreat from your own potential. So, which momentum are you feeling right now? And what will you do today to ensure it's an upward one? Let me give you 3 immediate steps to start your ascent today. Step 1. Remove one item from your closet that no longer represents the person you are becoming. Something that doesn't fit, is worn out, or just feels out of date. Discard it or give it away today. This symbolic act tells your deeper mind, I am making space for my future. Step 2. For the next week, add 15 minutes to your morning routine. Not for sleep, but for conscious investment in your presence and presentation. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being purposeful. Use this time for movement, for intentional grooming, for any aspect of your image you've overlooked. Step 3. Take a full-length photo of yourself today. Keep it not as a critique, but as a baseline. In 90 days after consistently applying these principles, take another photo in the same spot. The contrast will amaze you. These steps may seem simple, but they lay the groundwork for a comprehensive metamorphosis. Before we finish, one more story. A man named James, 58, a longtime bank manager, came to me frustrated. Despite his experience, he'd been passed over for promotion repeatedly. He confessed, at my age, how I look doesn't matter. My work should speak for itself. I explained that this belief was his biggest barrier. What we disregard externally reflects an internal dismissal. James's unkempt appearance was silently signaling this person has stopped growing. He decided to change. He embarked on what I term the evolved professional protocol. He refined his wardrobe with expert help. He began an age-appropriate exercise regimen. He paid attention to his posture, his gait, his entire demeanor. The shift was dramatic. He not only got his promotion, but became a guide to younger colleagues who admired his newfound authority and poise. The lesson is timeless. It is never too late to choose to present your best self to the world. You are never too old to care for your vessel. You have not wasted so much time that it isn't worth starting right now. After 40, your appearance should communicate wisdom, stability, and assured confidence. It should say, this person has mastered life's lessons and applies them. Write this down right now. My appearance is an investment in my future self. Say it out loud. Feel the truth of it, because this single shift in perspective can change everything for you. Imagine waking up every single day fully aligned with your reflection. Imagine people instantly sensing that you have your life in order. This is not a distant dream. It is entirely within your reach. It requires a decision, unwavering consistency, and the understanding that tending to your appearance is tending to your destiny. Start this week. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you feel motivated. Start right where you are with what you have, because your life is unfolding now. Every day you delay presenting your best self is a day you discount your own potential. Your appearance is not frivolous, it is tactical. It is applied psychology. It is personal leadership. It is a declaration to the world that you take your existence and your objectives seriously. Reflect on this honestly. What doors have remained closed because your presentation didn't match your capability? What connections could have deepened if you had projected more assurance? What version of you has been concealed behind a neglected facade? The time to move is not tomorrow, or when you feel ready. It is now. Because action generates motivation, not the other way around. Remember the core teaching. The external world mirrors the internal one. You cannot hold inner excellence while tolerating outer neglect. You cannot champion discipline while appearing undisciplined. You cannot speak of change while remaining unchanged in your own presentation. If this message has resonated with you and you feel ready to take command of your image and thus your life, I have one request. Please like this video and subscribe to Winds of Thought, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the strategies you need to unlock your highest potential. But more importantly, act today. Don't let this be just another piece of content you consumed. Let it be the catalyst that changes how you see yourself, how you feel, and how you move through the world. You are one decision away from a completely different life. The decision to honor your potential through your presence. The decision to show up as your best self every single day. The decision to understand that caring for your image is not superficial, it is essential. Decide now. Act today. Your future self will look back on this moment with gratitude. A year from now, you will see this as the turning point where you stopped settling and started presenting to the world the extraordinary person you were always meant to be. Your time is now.